Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of focus on crypto, like Timur said earlier, because since the broke out of the war, unfortunately, in terms of I think this further proves crypto is really a powerful financial innovation. It can be applied in many different ways in humanitarian efforts such as war relief, as we are seeing, or potentially as a diversification for national government's treasury, as we are seeing potentially, at least rumored with the Russian government. In terms of Amber Group, because currently we don't have a very strong setup, and our consumer business is relatively new in sort of the East Europe region, so we actually do not have too many exposure to that part of the world yet. But over time, we do have the plan and the ambition to serve these global customers.
So, you spoke earlier on. You moved from Hong Kong to Singapore, and you've now got Singapore institutional backing from government funds. So the regulatory environment is something that you're fairly closely aligned with. You spoke earlier on about becoming part of the mainstream financial infrastructure globally. And so, obviously, this question of how you integrate and how you interact with governments at times like this, when the governments want to control activity and financial flows, is going to be an ongoing process. Governments are forever going to be putting pressure on you to be more transparent and more compliant with the mainstream activities, aren't they? How do you view that potential conflict between the original cryptocurrency ethos, which was independence and freedom, and where you are now, which is having to comply with government diktat?
I think that's a wonderful question. I think there is certainly a balance to be found, right? To, like you said, to become a mainstream financial institution, to in the other way for crypto to be really adopted mainstream. I think we will have to play within the framework of the traditional regulation, and that means if governments globally put out certain limitations, certain requirements, we'll have to follow through, whether we agree with that or not. That's, I think, just the framework we will have to operate within to be compliant and for crypto to really to be adopted globally.